Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades, and let's just get into it right now. And I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, by the way, but let's keep going. I really want to dive into some analysis right now. We can see that Bitcoin has broken down right here back into the range, chopping sideways once again. Currently at 22,975. Your next support is going to be basically at 22,550. If that level can't hold, then you are going to probably revisit the lows of right around $21,474. And again, just to remind everyone, we still have a gap fill all the way down here at 19,900. So that would be an area that I would take a look at if we do start to move down. You guys can take a look that the CME futures have opened. We have a gap down from the CME futures, but this doesn't mean that we can't pump back up and then close that gap before coming right back down. But another alternative scenario is that Bitcoin does keep moving towards the upside along with the markets, which could easily reach 4,300, which is basically that 1.618 target right there. You guys can take a look at the S&P. Did run into some resistance right around 4,200. We are opening into the negative right now, just a slightly negative at down 25 basis points. Nothing really to write home about, but let's just keep going on our Bitcoin analysis. And again, I think we've taken a look at this major trend line right here, which we haven't broken yet. It has acted as resistance so far. Again, that bearish divergence on that daily time frame really extending out right here. Let's take a look on that. Actually, there's a 4-hour Bitcoin bearish divergence that has been going on for a really long time. But that RSI is starting to become it's coming down to that 20 that 30 level right here. If it does start to dip back down, we don't see any price action towards the downside. It's probably a fair bet that we are going to most likely head back up towards 25,000. Again, you really want to take a look at what the traditional markets are doing. If they keep rallying, you can expect Bitcoin to keep on rallying as well, as the markets right now are risk on. But another thing to take a look at is the DXY, as the DXY did get some pretty strong days right here, but we are still within this channel. Some people are going to call this a falling wedge. I'll show you guys it later in just a bit, but let's take a look at Bitcoin on market cipher on that weekly time frame. We haven't closed it yet. There's still 36 minutes to it, so I'll probably make a post inside the Discord showing everyone what I'm thinking that could be happening. Again, this is a reversal triangle, trend reversal triangle for market cipher. So usually when these signals come, you could get a potential reversal in the coming weeks after, or it could be right after as well. But let's take a look at that daily, see how that daily is doing. We are getting some pretty bearish numbers at 17 and the -5. We just saw a tiny little dip here, nothing really crazy, I would say. So again, we have that green money flow very strong on that daily time frame. Let's take a look at that 4-hour. It is cutting now into the red, so let's just be careful here getting into longs, because if we are getting into that red money flow, you might see some sideways action or a potential drop in Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the 12-hour. Let's see what the 12-hour is showing. We are getting some decreasing money flow here on the 12-hour as well. I think Crypto Face posted something about it as well on the 8-hour time frame. I think I believe it was you're seeing some decreasing momentum waves, a bearish divergence on the momentum waves, and on top of that, you got that decreasing money flow as well on that 8-hour time frame. But it doesn't mean that Bitcoin can't get a pullback, consolidate, and keep rallying towards the upside. All right, let's do a little bit more analysis on the indices. Again, I still expect overall, in the longer term, that the Fed is going to do the wrong thing. They will eventually pivot, but I think they're going to take too long to do it. They've announced to the markets many times in a row that they need to get inflation back down to 2%. And as we can tell, that as we can see that the inflation is currently on a very nice trajectory towards 2%, but it's still a very long way down. And if the markets start to rally and you see inflation start to pick back up, that, you know, let's say it doesn't pick back up, but it starts to consolidate around this area, and you don't see inflation come back down to the 4% or 2%, then you're going to get a very big reversal in the markets, because the markets are rallying right now as they've priced in 2% inflation by June, which is like an incredible drop in inflation. You would have to keep dropping at this rate and reach it by June. So again, that is a very big decrease there in inflation. And right now we still have very high food inflation, wage inflation as well. So I always want to take a look at those guys. And, you know, let's keep going here. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones, down slightly a bit into this resistance box, chopping sideways. Same thing for the Nasdaq. Nasdaq rallied very significantly up to 12,878 here, and we basically got a rejection, very nice rejection as well. Some big rejection wicks as well. I would say I will call this like some topping candles right here. So and we're getting pretty overbought on the other side, but it doesn't mean that we can't come back down here and then keep making higher highs and then form a bearish divergence, which would actually be very nice short opportunity if we could get to 13,558. But, you know, nothing is guaranteed there, so always use a stop loss if you're going crazy and bananas with your trades. Again, let's get into some commodities here, because we actually had a lot of price action in commodities near the end of the week. We saw that gold got a massive pullback. We actually opened right underneath here at 1863. We are retesting 1870 as resistance for the time being, but if we can get back above here and keep going towards the upside, you know, this could be proving that we are in a gold bull market. But we do definitely need the dollar to start coming back down. If the dollar keeps increasing and rising towards the upside, I expect gold to keep dropping here. And again, in my opinion, I think these two big down days in gold was due to the markets being risk on and a lot of profit taking around these levels here. You can see that gold hasn't reached this level since like April 2022. Maybe some people bought here during the high, maybe they're break even now, they just want to get out and sell. But these big drops usually happen in a bull market. You really want to flush out the weak hands during a bull market. So usually the climbs are nice and slow, and then you get these big drops to shake people out, and then you keep moving towards the upside like so. So maybe we're going to get another drop to 1800, and then you're going to slowly climb back up, and then you're going to get a big drop and then slowly climb back up. Kind of like what Bitcoin did, I guess you could say that. You could say that Bitcoin was climbing up very slowly, or, you know, rapidly, depends on what you want to call it. But we're getting a steady, you know, climb towards the upside, then these massive drops very quickly, and then they can climb up, and then big drops to shake people out out of holding their Bitcoin. So I guess you could say that it's doing something similar to gold. Let's actually get into natural gas, because a lot of people like to talk about nat gas. We are in a nat gas trade. We could see that nat gas actually gapped up at the open here on the daily time frame. Very, very oversold conditions here. Again, I've never seen that. I mean, you guys, I've never seen so many people be so bearish on natural gas. And a lot of people, you know, there's cause for that too, because, you know, we're getting a bit of a warmer winter here. But natural gas is extremely oversold right now. We're seeing a lot of buying volume as well stepping in. You could see that we had some of the biggest volume days on UNG and Boyle as well. We could type in UNG here. You guys can take a look. Some massive volumes right there, and Boyle as well. Boyle being the leveraged ETF play. And the opposite of this, by the way, is the KOLD, which is the short. And you're seeing the short trade right now for KOLD is very crowded right now. A lot of people are getting into it probably at the last minute now that it's run up 440%. Most people are probably going to start buying here, and then you're most likely going to get a reversal, a wave 4 down, and then a wave 5 back up, which, by the way, I still think is going to happen in natural gas. I still think we are most likely going to get a wave 4 eventually, and when that does come, you're going to be reaping the rewards on longing nat gas. But ultimately, I still think natural gas will be headed back down to $1.50 here, which is the lower end target for nat gas at $1.54. But, you know, we are getting in some very oversold conditions. You're seeing that volume is slowly decreasing. Less and less people are starting to get into this, and which makes for a great trade and a great breakout pattern for nat gas. So keep a close eye on that. I'm going to be taking a close eye on it as well as I am into a trade on that gas. So if you guys want to get access to my trades, you guys can join my Discord and become gold members. But if you don't, feel free to join the Discord for free and become, you know, just regular crypto Mickey members. Let's keep going here. Let's take a look at oil. Oil got a big down day on Friday as well. A big down day, by the way. We actually broke past this support here. Where's that? Where's my WTI? There we go. This one, I think, Billy. There we go. We had some support coming in at $75.85. We did get a bounce intraday, I believe. Yeah, we did bounce off of this support right here. We came back up, and then Jim Cramer just had to tweet it, and then we had a big drop in the price of oil. And let me take a look right here. We have another chart for oil. I think we have some support coming in right here, right around $73, which is I would say it's some minor support. Oh, let me just drag that here. Oh, I'm on the wrong tool. Okay, we want to use the trend line. There we go. That's your minor support right now for oil. If this doesn't hold, then your next low is probably going to be right around $70, which is another psychological level as well. But ultimately, my major target for oil would be $65 a barrel. Once we get there, I might even start to get into some long positions. But overall, you want to take a look at Exxon as well. These oil companies trading near their all-time highs, getting some very big bearish divergences on that weekly time frame. I expect these oil companies to start to drop pretty significantly, especially with all that all that noise and all that noise on CNBC about those hedge funds accumulating these energy stocks near their all-time highs. Again, they are going to be punished very significantly. So let's just see how this one plays out. Anyways, I think that's enough for today. If you guys want to support the channel, feel free to subscribe and join Big Get Trading, which is that link in the description, because that's where I do all my crypto trades as well. All right, love you guys. Peace.